Welcome to 7-4. Tonight we're going to be multiplying two-digit decimals. Good luck.
This is Mr. Witt with Fort Bend Tutoring, and today's tutorial is going to be about multiplying decimals. What's up? So, we're going to start with problem number 1 here. We have 6 and 8 tenths times 7. Anytime you're multiplying decimals, you do not have to line up the decimals. The only time you have to line up the decimals is when you're adding and subtracting. That's it. So all you have to do when multiplying is just line up the last digits together, just like this 8 and this 7. You see that? They're lined up because those are the last digits in each of their respective numbers. From there, you just multiply it out. So just multiply it as though it was 68 times 7. All right? So you'll have 7 times 8 is 56. I'm going to bring down my 6. I'm going to curry my 5 here, all right? All right? Curry like the spice. So, but for those of you that want to be technical, yes, I'm carrying the 5 here, okay? So judgmental. So you have 7 times 6, which is 42. 42 plus 5 gives you 47. So I bring down 47. And then you will count the number of places that you have behind your decimals. All right, the number of place values behind the decimal. I have 1. You see that? That 1/8 behind the decimal there. I have 1 place behind the decimal in my original problem. So therefore, I start from the right and I move the decimal over 1 place to the left so that my answer here is 47 and 6/10, and this is it. That's problem number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. All right. I have more examples. Let's look at them. In problem number 2, we have 84 hundredths times 8 tenths. So notice how, once again, that last digit, those last digits are lined up, and I'll be multiplying these numbers as though it reads 84 times 8. So multiplying this out, I have 8 times 4 is 32, so I'm going to bring out my 2, and I'm going to curl to 3 there. I have 8 times 8 is 64. 64 plus 3 is 67. So I bring down my 67 here. And then I'll be counting the total number of digits I have to the right of the decimal points. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have this 8, this 4, and this 8 right here to the right of the decimals. So that's 3 places, right? So I start to the right of the 2, and I count 1, 2, 3 places to the left to end up with a result that is 672 thousandths. Now, the 0 to the left of the decimal is optional, so you can place it there or not. It's up to you. But this is the answer. That's right. 672 thousandths, the result of problem number 2. All right, let's keep things moving. So we're on to our next example, which is 6 and 3/10 times 4 hundredths. Once again, I'm not going to multiply this out horizontally. No, never going to do that. But what I will do is rewrite this problem vertically. So it'll look like this. I'll have 6 and 3/10 times 4 hundredths. Notice how I've lined up that last digit together. That's what you want when you're multiplying decimals. So here, I'm multiplying 4 times 3, which is 12. I'm going to curve the 1. I have 4 times 6, which is 24 plus 1. That extra 1 right there gives me 25. And then I'm going to count the total number of digits I have to the right of the decimal point. So I end up with 1, 2, 3 places to the right of the decimals in total. So I start from the right and I count 1, 2, 3 places over to the left. So my result to this problem here is going to be 252 thousandths. And remember, the 0 to the left of the decimal is optional. Up to you if you want to write that out. Okay? So there's my answer. That's it. That was problem number 3. We started out with the problem written horizontally, and I immediately rewrote it vertically because I don't do it that way. Okay? I don't like it horizontally. It's not good. Don't like it that way. Problem number 4. Problem number 4, we have 8 and 27 hundredths times 54 hundredths. That's right. And so I'll be rewriting this horizontally written problem vertically. So it'll look like this. 8 and 27 hundredths times 54 hundredths. And remember, I'm lining things up by the last digit, not by the decimal. All right? And this problem number 4 here was just a coincidence that my decimals were aligned there. So multiply this problem out as though it reads 827 times 54. That's what you want to do. So 4 times 7 is going to be 28. I'm going to curve the 2. Then I have 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. I bring down the 0. I curve the 1. I have 4 times 8, which is going to be 32. 32 plus 1 gives me 33. So then I like to use a placeholder here. You may use a 0 or whatever you choose to use there. I like to use a little dot because I'm lazy. So I will be moving on to multiplying by 5 now. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and erase these little reminders here away. So here we are, multiplying by 5 now. You have 5 times 7 is 35. I bring down my 5, I carry the 3. All right, that's an ugly 5 right there, but please ignore it. We have 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. So I'll bring down the 3 and I'm going to carry the 1. I have 5 times 8 gives me 40, and 40 plus 1 is 41. So I have 41 right here, and then I'm going to add this together. Yeah, adding those together there. So I bring down an 8, I have a 5 here, I have 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 1 is 4, and I have another 4 to bring down. Then you want to count the total number of digits to the right of the decimal point. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 digits to the right of the decimal. So I start from the right and move my decimal over 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left to end up with a result that is 4 and 4,658 10,000ths, and I have a box around my answer just like that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you multiply decimals. You got it.
Okay, it's time to take out those notes. We're going to try 3 problems. I want you to work them out, and when you get to school in the morning at math time, we're going to go through them and see how many of you got the right answer. First problem is 9 and 3/10 times 4 and 1/10. Second problem is 12 and 6/10 times 2/10. Third problem is 2 and 4/100 times 1 and 8/10. Good luck. See you tomorrow.